Hello everyone! I bring to you today a match that I think will be very, very good. And I say that just by judging from the players that we have, the mode, because Fog is the best mode, we all know that. This map is really good. I've played on it and it's a lot of fun. And also the matchup. The matchup, it is a Jess mirror, it is a classic, and I think it's gonna be a really good one. And lastly, because judging from the length of it, and you will, obviously already know because you'll see the length of this video is probably gonna be pretty long. It's probably gonna be really good and very back and forth. So at least that's what I predict, and hopefully it is, because if it's not, I don't know. If I don't like it, then maybe I don't ever post it. So who knows? But we'll see. So what's the map? This map is called Quota Iota or Quota Iota or whatever, I'm not sure, but it is one of the more newer maps made by Boom, and it is, I think it's sort of high income. I think it's definitely over 20,000. It is 3 bases. The main, I think, characteristics are that there are 2 airports, so you got kind of like one on each corner. You do have 2 comm towers per player as well. You have this one super safe, and then you have these 2 that are pretty contested. I've definitely seen some matches where one player will get both, or you get to flip one. Definitely, like, this player will get this comm tower first, and this player will get this one, but you can definitely try to flip it or contest it or something. There's this black bow that you can move off the HQ and try to ship infantries toward this area, or more to towards this corner area. For vehicles, it's gonna be really awkward to come towards this corner, and much far easier for this one to get here. So most of the fighting will be around this area kind of thing. You have these mountains here, definitely a lot of mountains, which is a little bit uncommon for Fog maps to have mountains on the front lines. You got this one that gives you a lot of vision, and you got these to fight the city. There's a lot of contested stuff. That's also a very important thing that I've noticed on this map. This whole corner is very contested. It depends where you invest your army. You can definitely take over a corner or something. These comm towers. The middle is not that big of a deal. I'm not sure there's much to be gained from the middle, rather than just having the middle and then going to another area. And then our players, these are 2 very good players. We got Firam and Tordred, both top players, and it is a Jess mirror matchup. I feel like there could be some merit in picking Adder, for example, because you got double comm tower, and so you can get that 120 firepower with your vehicles, with the tanks, and so you, for Jess, it's she gets 130, and then her infantry are 110, cops are 110. But she stops being the only one in tier 4 that can have that 120 firepower every day, all day, guaranteed against a unit on the city. Tank, and then you put something there. Which in other, Adder, for example, in a 1 comm tower, he would need to have the power on to get that 120, or Jake would have needs there to be planes to get that 120 and 120, and Jess can do it all the time, every day. If it's roads or forest or whatever, it doesn't really matter. So I can definitely see some merit in picking someone else rather than Jess, but it is pretty high income, so Jess does tend to like that in this tier. So let's get just right into the match. We got Firam with Blue Moon. I think actually Firam was another color, but I changed it to Blue Moon. I like this little brown desert and Blue Moon matchup. And there's also a lot of different and interesting decisions to be made here in your starting base. What do you capture first? You can choose, if you're player 1, you can choose which infantry to send to capture the space, because they're both 2 turns away. With player actually this is player 2, this is player 1. So player 1 can choose which infantry to send there. Looks like Firam decided to send this guy right here, and Tordred is sent the one that was here. Started one like this and started here. So they're both capturing this middle base with different infantries. and they can have a little bit of an impact. It's going to determine your capture phase a little bit. Everything is in those little details early on. A lot of capture chain options, you know, whether you go for the city or you go to the airport and then the city, you can get this airport and then you get the city. Or also this one can go here, like, or this one that's in the airport, you can just capture this and then move here, get this one, or this one. Like, there's a lot of chains, lots of different options. I'm not sure if there is a best way yet. So definitely very interesting in that sense. And we're gonna get a recon by Torjit day 4. No day 3 recons, just day 4 recon. Get some vision, maybe some harassment, but they both seem to be prioritizing getting those infantry numbers up. And only day 5 is Firam gonna make double recon. No tank, just double recon. And I can definitely see those trying to go for these corners. You can see lots of shoals and roads, so recons are gonna have a nice time driving through those and try to get some harassment, try to get some vision as well, try to see what the other player is doing. We're gonna get this tank, which is gonna be a nice follow-up to this recon probably. So wherever this recon goes, it's probably gonna be backed up by this tank. Here we're gonna use this black boat to speed this capture up. You can probably see like these players using these black boats to speed these captures, maybe this one and then get this one, or this one and then this one. But it's very hard to protect these captures as this player. So although you can get these first, then this base or this player will eventually kind of push this back, and then you get that dynamic of, oh, I'm gonna steal your cities, oh no, you're not gonna steal them. So you're gonna get that push and pull. So it's gonna be very interesting. Torjit is not gonna use this black boat yet. Maybe to load up 2 infantries next turn and bring them here, tuk. So you go like this, and you get maybe like, I don't know, we'll see. So we're gonna get that, the city. Only now both players are getting the com towers, which makes a lot of sense. It is the last property in this area to be captured. You could probably even like delay it a little bit more even, because you haven't even seen any unit yet standing on the airport. I'm gonna make a tank. So Firam is going for double recon, 1 for each com tower, it seems. Not even the corners, but maybe, yeah, like this can easily go here. This one's getting vision of the com tower and this city. So it has vision of these 3 properties. Maybe if Torjit was trying to do some T-copter opening or of some sort, try to get these early, you can try to stop that. And this one as well, it's getting vision of this city, this com tower, and yeah, that's it. So maybe Firam is gonna, oh no, it's actually not in range. So let's see, recon from Torjit is gonna sit on this property right here, and it's gonna get vision of this capturing infantry right here. We're gonna start these 2, probably ship these 2 infantries with a black boat. Leave one there. This one can go to this mountain, get vision, and then capture here, or go here and then capture this city. We're gonna bring this tank, and actually Torjit is sending the tank to the opposite side of this recon, so not using the tank as a follow-up to the recon, more so as a defensive tank against possible recon harassment. Which I guess it definitely makes a lot of sense to make recons and send them towards your opponent's HQ area, which is where the black boat is, because they're gonna possibly try to speed up some captures with that black boat, and because it's gonna take kind of forever for those tanks to get there to reinforce, you can get away with getting a few hits with recons. That tends to be the norm in maps, in fog maps, that you have a transport like a black boat or some sort, where like you really speed up captures from one corner of some sort, and then you can send a recon towards that area and just get a hit or 2 or something pretty safely. I guess you could send a mech, but it's gonna be super awkward here to send that mech. You have to do like 1, 2, 3 turns, like probably better off with a tank. Recon is gonna move into the forest, get a lot of vision, as well as this one. So Firam has both of these forests, so it's gonna have a lot of vision. Already has a lot of intel. Can see this recon here, this infantry, sees this capturing, this is neutral, sees these 2, sees the tank, so has a lot of information from Torjit's open. Probably knows that Torjit didn't go for a T-copter. Probably that made a recon, and then this second vehicle tank. So lots of intel for Firam. Well, Torjit doesn't know much. I think he might have seen this recon going into this forest, but also sees this guy right here. So we're gonna start this capture. This infantry looks like it's gonna try to go for that city right there, and this one is gonna try to go for that city. Tanks just moving forward, which gives more intel to Firam, sitting on the comm tower, which is a nice way to prevent double comm tower cap thing by Firam. And it also gets a lot of vision. Always putting your recons on 3-star terrain is huge. Either forest like this or 3-star terrain on the front lines is huge. You just get so much intel, and it is a very big, like, don't attack me. Or if you want to attack my recon, you're just gonna get destroyed back with my tanks, and then it's kind of game over. An early fight, a very disadvantaged early fight, can just seal the deal of the match. And this is a mirror matchup, so they both have to be very careful, as we're gonna get a hit there instead of an interrupt. Very interesting. Getting an early advantage in a mirror matchup is a big deal. They're both gonna be looking at the same stages of the game and try to just have advantage after advantage. So Torjit is gonna get this city. This recon is gonna go unpunished from. Actually, we're gonna get a recon on recon attack. That's pretty nice, actually. Leaves it at 5, so pretty nice. I'm not sure why Firam didn't attack this infantry to stop that capture. I'm not sure if it was a misclick or just to get the most amount of damage possible. I'm not sure. But yeah, that recon has to retreat. Torjit is just putting all these tanks on cities to prevent infantry from trying to capture, and just having nice defense so no tanks can attack. But Torjit doesn't know where the tanks from Firam are. Now Firam does. Firam has seen these 2 tanks, has seen this one. So Firam can very comfortably see that Torjit is going strong side over here. We got this tank chain plus the recon. There's a lot of stuff, and I guess he's seen 1 tank here. So we're gonna get vision from this mountain. We're gonna start this comm tower gap. Looks like we're gonna stop that capture. Yep, and then attack that infantry. Get another capture. There's a lot of tanks over here, and Torjit doesn't have much. There's only this 1 tank, but I probably wouldn't send that tank, because you're gonna take out half a tank to then lose your full tank with no retaliation. And Firam is gonna now shoot at that infantry, which is gonna delay the capture from Torjit. This infantry could go here or here. Now it's gonna take 3 turns instead of 2, and it drains a little bit of funds, which is might mess up with Torjit's builds. But it looks like that recon could not get away. I mean, from here could have done 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that recon was a dead recon anyways. So might as well get as much damage as he can and vision. So that's why he probably went like this, to try to see a few more tiles over here, and see what Torjit might be planning. So we also got an artillery here coming. Well, both got an artillery. I got a pretty early anti-air from Firam, but I think it's super decent. This is something that I tend to do a lot as well. I send 3 tanks to one side, and after the 3rd tank, I just send an anti-air. It's 3 tanks, 1 anti-air. This kind of the general rule that I tend to have. Just to prevent an early copter from getting, you send 3 tanks to one corner, your first 3 tanks to one corner, you're probably going to win that corner if the other one didn't make tanks, unless they are sending 2 early copters But then, you know, so you follow those 3 tanks with 1 anti-air, and then you're solid. Like, you have a very well balanced composition. So just gonna get some vision here, and some capturing going, and just pulling back from this area. Because yeah, 3 tanks, there's nothing that Tojo can do here just yet. So it looks like this artillery is gonna go down here, maybe it makes a copter and brings this other tank from the middle, because this base can either go this way or go this way. This tank is kind of devoted to down here. I guess you can kind of go over there, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty flexible. This base is kind of more towards here, towards the middle. You got a pretty fast reinforcement from this base towards this area. Like, you go 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, you reach that comm tower in 2 turns. This one doesn't in 2 turns, it's 1 tile short. And then this one is gonna do 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, that's how you can see that. Actually, I was wrong at the beginning. I said that this comm tower would go for this player, so actually it goes for this player. Yeah, it's just from the tank movement. I guess you can speed it up with Blackboard and try to get it early, but it seems that it's much easier for this base especially to get really fast over here. So 2 turns gets here, and it can be very overwhelming. Like, we're seeing the same thing from both players, going really strong here by Firam and really strong over here by Tardred. Although now they're both they both had like 1 tank defending in this HQ area, but now they're going to devote more resources. Like, Firam is sending another tank, another recon, and Tardred is also sending his tank, artillery, and a copter probably. So it's like, okay. Like, I won this corner for now, but I don't want to lose the other one. So it's like, we got that push and pull. And we're going to send some infantry over here as well to see what Tardred does. We're going to try to harass this infantry. I guess Tardred kind of knows that there's a tank in range, maybe. We'll see, maybe plans to put an artillery behind it. This recon gonna come in and shoot there. Ooh, that would be a nice spot to spot the airport. But yeah, gets that nice damage. Start that capture. And just kind of regroup here. Pulling back, regrouping. Gonna kind of sort of concede this one, but does get vision here. Luckily, Firam is not in range to start capturing there. But this one can be very awkward to defend. It feels really far away, you know, like from your tanks and your infantry. Except with the usage of the Blackboard, maybe could help. Yeah, they're both pushing really hard on opposite sides, or I guess on the same side, no? For their respective sides. So another capture here in the mountain. This mountain is so important, no? It's such a nice mountain to have an infantry there and have vision. You can see the whole comm tower area, see what they're planning, maybe even what they put in the forest. And with these mountains, now all of a sudden it's like really small. Like, there's only a few tiles that tanks can attack from. So I'm just gonna kind of regroup, and I get that capture, get that one. Copter's gonna go in and get a shot. Interesting. Okay, that is a dead copter. It's gonna go boom and kill a copter. And too bad this artillery is not like in range to shoot an anti-air. But Tardred has artillery on both sides. Firam only on one. It's like so even, right? They're both in very similar situations, and now it's just gonna be a matter of like 1 or 2 units being used more on one side or the other to like flip the situation in that area. And like, Tardred is investing a lot down here. This anti-air was made from this base, and it's come over here instead of like maximum movement for this area. It's like, actually, yeah, I'm gonna go towards the middle, kind of. I guess it's a little bit flexible. It could have gone 2, 4, 5, 6 even to be closer here, but maybe it's like, okay, maybe next turn I'll see if I send it here actually, or if I do decide to send it to this area. Because double tank going down here, more copters and all these infantries. So really trying to push back this. I always say the same thing. Push back the push from Fyrom. We're gonna get vision of this with this mountain. Take out that copter and that infantry, that other infantry. Get that 2-hit KO and attack that artillery. Oof, that was a one shot. Ooh, wow. Okay, that was pretty strong. And take out that guy. Maybe it is a little bit overextended, but that was a pretty decent attack. Took out copter, few infantry, tank, and artillery. Starts this capture here, which now forces Turgid to send this tank pretty much, or lose the city. We'll see. Packboat. Okay, we're gonna take out that recon, one shot, get vision. Get vision and attack, and take that tank out, and that one. And yeah, anti actually goes over here instead of over here. We're actually gonna send a bunch of units from this side. Try to take out that infantry, but doesn't die. That extra defense from the mountain. And just gonna kind of sit up here defensively behind the mountains. And invest everything to push back the push. We're gonna make a Neo tank. I'm not sure if it's that early. Sort of. It's day 13 Neo tank. I guess it's sort of early, but the income does allow it, right? We got 23 income each. Now 24, 22, because Fyrom has this pair of cities, and Fyrom decides to go with turbo charge. So, Fyrom is going to be the first one to use a power, which can be very deadly. At the same time, after a power, you will probably see a super. So, this power has to be really nice, so as to compensate the damage that a super by Turgid could do. So we're going to get these little infantry kills, sacrifice that guy, probably enables that kill, yep, and then get some first strikes on those tanks. Oof, that's a lot of value. And yeah, kind of like overwhelm this artillery. And there's no backup here from Turgid, so even these with super don't reach. So if this decides to stay here, next turn it will most likely die. There's 4 tanks. This artillery can only shoot at 1. But at the same time, we'll probably have to pull back from over here. Yeah, so Fyrom is going to pull back from over here. Definitely, because you can see all these tanks coming in and you're just pushing here. You don't see any backup here, so it's all of it is over here. Did Fyrom have vision of those units though? Let's see. In a second. So he moves. I mean, everything is put right outside of range, right? Because Turgid, the first thing that he did was take out that recon, which is huge. And not enable an infantry to be able to sit on this mountain easily to see these units. But Fyrom smelled it. He was like, I know there's going to be a lot of stuff here. And also this is kind of overextended, so I think it was a good play by Fyrom to do this. Attack over here and pull back over on this side. Because now Turgid had the super. Imagine if Fyrom decided to keep attacking here, then all of that would just die with a super. So, decides not to. And there we go. We got the classic power into super. So, what can this overdrive do? It is interesting because there isn't much that Turgid can do here, and if you're using a super, it's probably gonna be to try to chase down this army. So that's probably what we're gonna see. We're gonna tank one shot that entire. Oh, wow. That's probably just because of the extra defense stats from the power. We're gonna one shot that guy, take that tank out, that recon. Oof, we see that too. Start this capture and take that guy out, and yeah, then just kind of position these, get a few infantry hits. The little tank. But yeah, all of this is most likely gonna die. There's no reinforcements. There's nothing to reinforce against these tanks, so this will all die by Torchwood. And this is definitely interesting. Like the pulling back from Firam, and now there's these artillery in range to shoot at tanks. But there's a lot of tanks from Torchwood, so let's see what Firam does. Boom! Blast that tank away. We're gonna take that guy out. We're gonna just clean up everything here. Yeah, literally everything. So now you like don't even have vision. I'm gonna start this capture. There isn't that many healthy infantry though. No, there's this one, which is good, and then there's these two. And there's a lot of property, so that's the like these corners are so valuable. If you win a fight here, then you do want to have those healthy infantry to start those captures and really be able to flip those cities before reinforcements come. I'm actually gonna do a little interrupt there, get out another hit there. Gonna finish off some of these tanks and repair this guy. Always repair your anti-airs. It's very nice. And makes a Neo tank. It makes a Neo tank like 2 turns after Torchwood made one. Interesting. So I think it looks really good for Firam. I would say for now, after this trading of powers, I would favor Firam's position. We're gonna get that kill. We're gonna take this tank out. So Torchwood really doubling down, no? Like Torchwood is like, okay, if I lose in this corner, I have to win here. I'm gonna just keep doubling down. And it makes sense because you see a lot of army there. It's like, okay, he's not gonna have that much army here, so I can definitely keep going and try to win here. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna shot at that at that artillery and start a bunch of captures actually. So yeah, there's these 3 captures that are in danger because this one has already been captured from before. So a lot of threat and keeps this Neo tank just out of range of the vision of this tank. Doesn't want to reveal it to Firam just yet, and it's also perfectly in range to defend this tank. So it has every unit in range of this Neo tank. Funnily enough, it's crazy that Firam made this Neo tank this turn, almost as if Firam could mind read Torchwood, because this Neo tank will be just in time to counter this Neo tank, which is crazy. And yeah, now sending a lot of units over here because like, yeah, there's nothing in this corner. I need to send stuff here or else I'm just gonna lose all these properties for free. So that's not good. So actually a pretty decent turn by Torchwood. Let's see what Firam decides to do over here. I think Firam really wants to speed up the flipping of stuff here, but it's gonna be really tricky before these reinforcements arrive. And I get that force, get that vision, spots that recon, decides to use power. Out of this, Firam has the income there. So it's looking slightly better, but definitely not winning yet, you know? Like I would give the edge to Firam. But we're gonna get that other power again, take out that recon. Whoa. I guess our first strike on that tank. That's definitely overextended. You're at 1 base range, 1 turn base range from this guy, from this base, and 1 from this one with a power. So, but okay, decides to redo that to ensure these captures, so that nothing can interrupt them. Get a first shot. Ooh, doesn't take that one out, and barely delays that capture. Gets that hit there, brings the Neo tank, also unseen. Kill that infantry right there, and block here. So really wants to ensure the capture of this comm tower. Yeah, because they're kind of flipping the areas. You know, it's very interesting that they started going like Torchwood was like going strong here, and Firam was going strong here, and now they kind of reverted because they were sending all those reinforcements to counter the push. Now it's the other way around. Like Torchwood is really strong over here, and Firam is really strong over here. So they're doing a little side trading or a comm tower trading, corner trading. So Torchwood is gonna get that city. Eventually, he's gonna get this comm tower as well as this city. Neo tank is gonna come in and take out that tank, which is in range of that Neo tank though. 2, 4, 6. But we're gonna almost take out that guy. Take out. Oh, actually, it doesn't take out the artillery. It says to start that capture. This one. Oh, a lot of captures. Takes out that anti-air. Actually, really nicely here because this new tank can reach this new tank from this tile and this tile. From this tile, it needs to go through like this. But there's this tank blocking the way and the infantry, of course. And then from this tile, there's this copter. So that's also really nice. I'm not sure if that was planned by Torjut, but if it wasn't, that was very lucky. And also lucky because there isn't anything from Firam. Like this copter is one turn too late to be able to take this copter out and then Neo Tank be able to come in and attack that Neo Tank. That would be huge. Getting that first hit from Firam onto this Neo Tank, and it's on a road, so it would be huge. And yeah, here like Torjut has no units in the front lines here, just these reinforcements. Does take out that tank that kind of definitely overextended. It doesn't use the power also. It's saving up that charge. But yeah, these are gonna get flipped. And this will do. So, you know, they're both flipping on both sides. So now Firam is gonna have one turn probably of triple comp tower. It's really nice. I do feel like Firam is a little bit later in capturing these cities, while Torjut is like already has all his captures. Oof, we're gonna keep fighting here. So took out what? One tank, the other tank, and then that infantry. But oof, as a sort of like also blocking to try to flip this city. Oof, looks like Firam is getting greedy. Not sure if that's gonna work out though. That city seems very close to this areas. Like you can see, there's no reinforcements from Firam. Like the fact that he's been sending stuff towards this area to save this area, plus overextending over here means that there's nothing. Like there's nothing coming to save this army, and so Torjut can just collapse here, just attack, and then there's not gonna be any counter by Firam. Neo Tank just stays back, just moves back because it can't really shoot at anything of value without getting shot back by the Neo Tank. So wants to save it, puts it like back here out of vision range and trying to protect the units. So oof, all those 4 property flips by Torjut. And look at that income now, 26 to 20. That is gonna turn around next turn probably with these 2. It's gonna be even. We're also gonna start this one. So Torjut doing a really good job at prioritizing and getting those captures right after solidifying the position in this area. And decides to use overdrive. Now, what does overdrive do? Gets that kill, gets that interrupt. We're gonna get that tank kill and get that other tank kill. So yeah, killed 3 tanks, and it's gonna interrupt this city, and Firam is not gonna get it. Again, there's not enough defense or reinforcements by Firam here, so you're not gonna get that city. Probably better to just pull back. Maybe go for that one. So, oof. I feel like that might have been a little bit too greedy by Firam to get this city, and now lost way too many tanks. I think he was able to take out like 2 or 3 by Torjut, but lost like 5 or 6 in the process. And we're not even gonna be able to get that city. Like you do get this one. Oh, actually, we're gonna keep going. Take a copter and take that guy out, repair that artillery, and all of this looks like it's gonna be sent over here to the side. Unit tank, the anti-air. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna pull back. So just sending that anti-air to kill that copter. I usually like to not do that. Like to just send that anti-air to kill one copter, unless this anti-air has killed more stuff. But still, like if it's the only anti-air in the region, I usually try not to do that. It could be like a sort of a bluff of like, oh, I have another anti-air, no? Like if you have another one here, it's like you can do that and just take out a copter. But this is very overextended. Yeah, like the anti-air could be better to just keep it back. But it does look like Firm is gonna be able to flip these, and the income is gonna be even again. And so we're back to the flips again. Like Torture is investing a lot to the side to try to reclaim this area. Even makes a T-copter to try to ship some infantry because there's no infantry. And Firm is doing the same on this side, like going sideways to try to stuff. And Firm does have 2 healthy infantries to try to flip stuff. I'll have to see. And to take up some stuff, we're gonna interrupt that capture actually, just sacrificing this copter to enable that, and pulling back on this side. This Neo tank actually has front shifted, like instead of it got that 1 kill on the tank, and then it's gonna be sent over here. And T-copter is gonna push this infantry next turn. It's nice, and lots of vehicles. Yeah, that high income means that you're just making a lot of vehicles every turn and not that many infantry. And also after, we're day 19, like after you lose the first infantry flood in that mid game, like you're gonna be very scrapped for infantry. I think scrapped is the word, I'm not sure. I keep using it, I'm not sure if that's even the correct expression. Anyways, looks like Firman's gonna move in over here. Move in, move out, whatever. Get these 2 captures going with artillery behind it, the Neo tank on the city. So yeah, we're officially at, again, another flipping of strong sides, and makes a T-copter as well. So they both think very similarly, which I think is very interesting. That T-copter is gonna drop that infantry right there. Tojo kind of moving towards the middle with all these tanks. Yeah, look at that. Even the copter. That copter got away with interrupting that. It wasn't shot back. And all this is just moving towards the middle, maybe to collapse here. I'm gonna interrupt that capture. Heal that anti-air up, which is super good. Get it to 7 HP, and I think with that it can one-shot a copter already, so that's really nice. It's so even, right? It's insane. It's just back and forth. So we're gonna take these guys out. There's not much vehicle army here from Tordred to respond to this. So Firma just gonna get some vision, get that copter. Although it is probably a dead copter. Got this anti-air, that's 2, 4, 6, or this one. So these are the points in the game that usually you're like, what do I do now? Where do I go? Where do I invest my stuff? Like we just saw Torture doing a little front shift there. Like, actually, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go over here. Maybe Torture is trying to catch Firam off guard. As they're doing the whole switch and like sending more units to your weak side again, and then reclaim. Torture's like, actually, I'm gonna do that switch a little bit before. I'm gonna do it a little bit early to try to catch Firam off guard. As he's trying to send everything over here and pulling back from over here, I'm just going to send everything here and try to have one big fight and try to win from there. Maybe that's what Torture was thinking. Actually, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But Firam is going to play a bit more defensively here, more aggressive here, has his infantry in the middle. And yeah, just very aggressive over here, trying to get as many hits as possible. And Torture doesn't have the powers, and Firam does. So that's something that Torture has to be careful of. This Neo tank very safe on the city, so out of range of the Neo tank as well. Not that Firam would know, but still. Always using those high defense tiles, very important. We're gonna get that boom, that kill there. Oof, almost one shot. We're gonna get that kill, and that one. Neo tank just gonna move on to this forest instead, and sends one anti over there. Probably, yeah, one tank, and all of this is gonna go down here probably. Anti tank. All this army is gonna be over here. And Firam can see 2, 4, 5. Yeah, he does see this tank, and that's it. So we'll have to see if Firam. Ooh, this is an important turn. Maybe Firam can use a super. I mean, you don't see anything over here, so you could maybe predict that it is somewhere in this area, in this fog, you know? Because if not, that army would already be here. That army that had crushed the tanks in this area from Firam like 3 turns ago, it should already be crushing stuff over here, which is what Firam's army is doing over here. But that's not happening. So Firam should be like, thinking, okay, where is that? And actually, he says turbocharge. Wow. So it's probably gonna go for an attack here. Okay. That little tank gets the extra movement to get that kill there. Get that kill, get that vision, and now sees more tanks, more anti-airs. Also that anti-air, you know, that killed a copter. So yeah, Firam knows. Torture is going strong side over here. So we're gonna get that shot. What is it? Oh yeah, this tank. Boom. Finish it off. Get that tank on that city. Ooh. Actually, another one would be to use this new tank here. Boom. Take that out. Stop using. I'm gonna use that one. And ooh. Was that a KO? Yep. And then uses the anti-air to finish that off. And it looks like that's it, probably. That's it for the power. So it's mostly for that movement with this tank and maybe some firepower thresholds here or there. New tank gonna sit on that plains. 2, 4, 6, 7. I mean, maybe Torture could reach that Neo tank. I'm not sure. But even if he does, Firam does have 2 artillery, so this is a really nice little death ball by Firam. Unit value wise, it's pretty even. The income has kind of gone back to even. Torture does have these 2 cities, so that's the income lead that he has of 2k. But Firam does have more units, although a lot of them are very injured infantry. What will Torture do? Will use the power? Do you attack onto this? I think we're about to see a big brawl here. Yeah. Turbocharge. Oof. Let's see. Let's see what Torture does. So we're gonna take that out. We're gonna use 2 anti-airs to take a recon. That's funny. Ooh, doesn't get a KO there. Finish it off with that, and we're gonna get that. Put the new tank there. Take out a tank. We're gonna attack that tank and get vision so that this tank can attack that artillery. So that's really nice. Now this Neo tank is pretty safe. Like, this artillery can't do much damage to it. This one doesn't reach. And this Neo tank could attack, but it is on a city with a power on, so I would try not to do that. This anti-air is just gonna come in and shoot at an infantry, start his capture. T-Copter is gonna be used to funnel more infantry in this area and sit on the city, actually. Prevent maybe like a tank shooting from here. And you have recon. And this tank is just like healing up here, just chilling, trying to protect this area. It's like we finally have gone to both strong sides in the same area, and we're getting a big brawl in one place. So whoever comes on top out of this brawl is gonna be looking really good. It's really hard to look at who's winning because it's the middle of the brawl. Like, there's a lot of hits that Firam can get right here. Could even get a power as well, so I'll have to see. We're gonna completely stop that capture, and that looks to me like this is gonna be a power. That looks like an attempt to get... Really? It was 100 away? Yeah. Wow, Firam was 100 away from getting the charge for a power, so that's what he does. Sacrifices that infantry and now gets the turbocharge. So let's see. It's most likely just for the firepower, right? Because I'm not sure if the movement is going to do anything. New tank, boom. Was this not a one hit KO though? Because maybe that could have been done before the power to get extra charge. But this was definitely enabled by the power. Boom, get that kill. Get that one. Leaves it at 3. Gets that kill. Oof, almost gets that kill. And that is it. The Neo tanks are just kind of like staring at each other. There's this artillery backing it up, so I'm not sure if Torture's gonna want to attack it. It is on a forest, so it has extra defense. And this T-Copter is kind of like blocking any tank attacking this artillery. You do have this tile though. So, it's hard to judge, no? It's hard to judge who's winning here. We got this big brawl going. Let's see who is gonna end up on top of it. We got this copter kill here. Lots of anti-airs from Tordred. And I think that's really good that he does have those. There are more copters coming. These Neo-Tanks, this is like the most important moment. Like, whoever can take out the other one's Neo-Tank is probably gonna do fine. The thing is that Firam is a little bit more prepared to deal with a Neo-Tank because he has one artillery. This one is injured, but Tordred doesn't have any artillery, so he has to be super careful with this Neo-Tank. We're gonna take out that recon, and tank just stays here. Tordred just like devoting one tank and one infantry to protect these captures, and maybe potentially try to go for a sneaky capture. This infantry is in position to load up onto that T-Copter next turn, and Neo-Tank actually is not gonna charge in. We're just gonna pull back onto that city, get some more shots on the infantry, and yeah, pulls back all these vehicles. Doesn't want to like lose the fight, so very smart. Firam's gonna double down, take out that recon. Whew, we're gonna get a KO. Yeah, it is a KO. And Neo-Tank again on another high defense terrain. We're gonna take out that anti-air. Probably the artillery goes on this forest. Take out that one. Yep, there you go, to protect that Neo-Tank. So this combination is really strong. The Neo-Tank artillery is really strong. The T-Copter blocking here the silo, and even joins here to prevent like an easy kill. Boop. You know, because if it's at 7, then Tordred can easily take it out with one tank and then enables a few hits, but with that it makes it a little bit harder. Kinda has to invest a Neo-Tank or maybe sacrifice his tank. Just makes it a little bit harder. So who's winning? I have no idea. I mean, I feel like I would kind of like more Firam's position. I don't know, what do you think? I feel like the brawl is going a little bit more favorable towards Firam, but there is no infantry here to capture. Like, imagine, it would be awesome if this city was being started capture to try to solidify this position. Like, he's controlling this area, kind of splitting the army from Tordred, forcing only these tiles because there's a mountain, there's forest here. But because there's no infantry, it's just a brawl. It's just like fighting vehicles against vehicles. So it's not getting that much value. Copt actually one-shots that, and Tordred is going to use Turbo Charge. So it looks like Tordred is going to go for a big attack here, and might really flip things. So let's see. Tank is gonna one hit KO that anti-air, and there's no more anti-airs actually from Firam, except for this one, which is really far away. So if Tordred can get some shots on these copters, then Tordred can have some nice air superiority with these two copters. Let's see. He can definitely do that. He has one copter and one anti-air. If he reaches, he can take those out. So gets vision with his little 4 HP infantry, and that might be just what he's going to do. Takes out that tank, takes out that infantry, and anti-air's gonna come in. Ooh, imagine if he sent a copter, he could have gotten vision of that and then sent the anti-air. But no, the copter's gonna go there, take that tank, and we're gonna take out that tank. And I think probably this artillery is gonna live. Yeah, we're just gonna shed that tank. So just taking away or taking out all the lighter vehicles and infantry from Firam in the area. Although he still has this Neo-Tank and artillery, there is less of the other vehicles. Oof, but there can be a pretty good counterattack from Firam right now. There is 2 tanks, this artillery, this copter, these 2 as well, and a power ready. Oof. Let's see. Actually, Tordred abandoning this area with the tank, just sent it over here. I think he took out something, but just really trying to double down here. Doesn't want to lose the brawl. Doesn't want to give up these cities. He does have the income lead, which is nice. It's just 2k. And whoa, actually value is huge. 150 against 95. But again, they're going to be a very strong turn. Very strong next turn by Firam. So that can quickly even out again. So let's see. We got turbocharge. Oh, this is like fighting non-stop. So this is gonna sting. This one can do a lot of damage. Infantry, boom, takes that one out. Okay, did 4. Okay, pretty decent. Ooh, one hit KO that anti-air. Finish off that tank. Bring these reinforcements and finish off that one. Get a shot on that copter. Probably put the Neo tank over here and kill this tank. Unless you want to attack that Neo tank, right? It will be from a road. And you don't know if there's another Neo tank also. That could be really tricky. Bringing these reinforcements. Yeah, there you go. Sit on the com tower, take out the tank. Start that capture. And makes another Neo tank. These are the first Neo tanks and they have never been shot at. This is crazy. They've gotten a lot of value. They've been shooting at tanks and stuff and have never been shot at. Torture is gonna move off, just take control of that forest, I guess. Take that so can kill that artillery and probably injure the anti-air. Neo tank moving off from high defense, just on a row, so it has 0 defense. They got a tank and is in range of an artillery. But probably, yeah, it can get shot by that one, so that's nice. But it looks like this Neo tank is gonna go uncontested or just not attacked. Oof. That was actually a really nice turn by Toydred. It's crazy. Actually, I want to go back 1 second to see the value. So we're saying Furum was a 96 and 150, and after that turn, okay, so Furum still ended like behind on value. So really nice by Toydred to get these very valuable engagements. That was really strong. But that Neo tank is still alive, although Furum doesn't have a lot of healthy units now. There's only this tank and this one and a few infantry. But Furum could maybe get a nice shot there onto that Neo tank. Let's see. He's gonna take out that tank. Take out the copter. Is he gonna do it? Is he suck? Oh. Oof. Big oof. Wow. I would bet money in that Furum wanted this tank to sacrifice. You know, you get that shot there, boom. And then this one like does damage but dies on counterattack, so then you can use this copter to maybe take this tank out and Neo tank attacks that Neo tank. Ooh, that would have been huge. I would have left it at 4 or maybe 3, you know, it's on a road, there's double com tower jets, like it's a big deal. But no, that tank does not die. So now this tank cannot die, and now Furum cannot hit that Neo tank. Oh, that's huge. I think Furum could have done like this, like send this tank here. You 2, 4, 5. Yeah, you can attack from the road, or just here as well, like while it's at 9, to ensure that the tank dies, and then you get this hit, and then the copter, and that could maybe ensure the kill of that tank. But no, Furum has to fall back. Like that option is not available. So now has to go back and just take out a recon from the city. That would have been huge, that attack there. And now this copter doesn't know what to do, just sit there. Oof. Big oof. So, again, ending the turn behind the unit value for Furum. Well, the Squeezy goes, the position looks pretty good for Furum, I would say. It can swing very fast now, that all of a sudden there can be one turn that just boom decides the match. And there's nothing capturing too. It's crazy. So we're gonna get a tank killed. So no more artillery from Furum. We're gonna take that tank out and get that kill and take that to anti-air. And just get a few shots and leave that Neo tank on the city. These 2 Neo tanks have just been sitting there. I can't believe that opportunity by Furum was lost there for that first strike with the Neo tank. That would have been huge. Got this anti-air, and you got the second Neo tank from Toydred coming to support this attack. And this one by Furum is not seen, so it's out of vision. We'll have to see. I can definitely get some hits before this Neo tank is in range. With a super, it could reach this Neo tank, so that's really nice. And then you can also reach this tank. So even if like say Firament goes like Neotank to take this one out, this one can come in with a super boom, blast on. But Firament is a little bit falling behind in unit value and unit count, so he really needs a good fight. He really needs a good engagement to even that out again. We're gonna just block there with these Copter. We got the double Neotank going. And another, we had a triple Neotank. Oof. No, and the double base skip for for the third Neotank. Oof. That's a huge investment. You're already behind in units, and double base skipping just to be another Neotank, it's pretty big. But maybe he's scared that Neotank can, like there's another one, he gets boom boom, like double first strike. Oh, it's pretty big. Let's see what Turgid does. So, gonna get that forest, gonna get that Copter kill, finish that tank, and then Copters are gonna injure this Neotank, and then get a boom, get out one, which is huge. Neotank now is in range to protect everything, is even in range of this tank, so it protects all of Torger's units. And here come the reinforcements. This image we're gonna just chilling there, moving forward, sitting in the forest city. This is just like a little handshake. I'm not gonna fight for this area, me neither. Okay, fine, let's just fight it here. And now we have turbocharge by Firam. I think Firam has only used power. Where is it? Open stats. 6 powers. Wow. Yeah, and no super. Yeah, that's Jess definitely that has that versatility of being able to use power or super. But I do feel like the super of Jess is really strong. Like if you can, just try to get a nice super, because it just demolishes everything. You get +2 movement, and the firepower is just huge. You get so many one shots, and the first strikes are just ridiculous. Like same unit against same unit, it's like you leave it at 1, no counter attack damage, that's ridiculous. Boom. And take that out, take that Copter out. There's actually no more Copters here, or anti-airs. Yeah, this guy's gonna retreat back to heal. Neotank is gonna get a first hit, but now there's this Neotank to respawn. But maybe that was the whole plan all along by Firam, because the double base skip Neotank is gonna be just in time to protect. Ooh, and actually very important, the movement there, because this tank has vision, look, of that tile. So Firam is gonna just move just out of range of vision of that tank, and is in range to protect that Neotank. Oof. Okay, so finally Firam ends the turn ahead in unit value after so many turns. Still behind in income, still behind in unit count, ahead in Neotank count. Maybe, I got 3 Neotanks, but oh, there you go, the overdrive. This Neotank is gonna be dead, I am certain. But that also enables probably this tank to reach, like, ooh. Neotank is almost dead. Didn't die just because of the extra defense. Sacrifice that. Infantry? Wow, gets it with the infantry. And almost gets the one hit KO there. Why not the forest though? Okay, decides not to sit on the forest, and just sneaky Neotank in the forest is not being revealed. And I guess that kill there starts this capture, and we're gonna bring all of these guys. T-Copter just gonna push an infantry and get in position to bring this one as well. Oh, I mean that was a big turn, right? Like 120 against 78. But Firam can now attack with his Neotank to this one. Ooh. I mean, it's crazy how Firam tends to be behind in unit value, but it's gonna get boom, one big attack there. And now this Neotank is completely on point. Nothing can attack that Neotank next time. There's no Copter range, no artillery, no Neotank, no nothing. Actually, it's gonna go start this capture right here. Then it's like, oh, there's an infantry right there in front. Stops that one with his recon. Ooh, severely leaves these at a 1. Like these Neotanks are useless right now. Probably better off just sending them back, repair them to 3, 5 HP or something like that. Oof, my god. God, this brawling just never ends. Who's gonna win? We're gonna send this tank and infantry to stop that capture. Yeah, we're gonna go heal. Oh, this is a tank to attack the Neo tank to get some charge, maybe? I mean, injure that Neo tank, brings another tank. What? Oh wow, we're gonna use all tanks. Wow, to take out the Neo tank. That is insane. No, it takes out the copter. Wow. Look at that. You don't even need Neo tanks, right? So you take a Neo tank, you just sacrifice 2 tanks and use 2 more and just take it out. And that's the unit count for Turgid. The unit count being used there is insane. So many units, and now it's gonna be really awkward for Firam to fight over here. Ooh, it's looking really bad for Firam. Yeah, now I think that turn kind of sealed the fate of the match. I think Turgid is definitely very ahead right now. Let's see if Firam can pull through. He does have a power. There is this 5 HP Neo tank. Okay, we're gonna go for a turbocharge. Maybe a last resort kind of turn. We're gonna get that kill. Neo tank gonna come in and boom. And take out that tank. Maybe thought that there was nothing there, but tank got trapped. Probably would have really wanted for this tank to attack this one. That would have been huge, but no, got trapped. Heal that guy. Artillery tank. Make more tanks. And just end turn. Oof. And Turgid can kind of like just chill here, I think, because you can definitely go here and try to earn some properties because there's nothing here from Firam. Ending the turn such far behind in unit value and unit count. Oof. So that's what Turgid is going to start doing. We're going to start a capture, get this one in position for either of these two. Probably this one's going to put right here. Oh no, actually, okay, over there. So these two pointing at these two. Neo tank's going to go up over there, kind of depending on here. This one going to pull back. Oh, this is probably just going to pull back. Yep, there you go. Oof, wow. But Turgid is very ahead in unit count and unit value. This tank just kind of there for vision. So what does Firam do? This match is long. It moves off to like from the mountain. It's gonna interrupt there, repair, and start investing more over here. Makes a medium tank and just very chill. It doesn't go crazy. And Turgid actually first thing brings Aragon here to vision, know where that army is, where that Neo tank is, and we're gonna get a kill there. I'm gonna start these 2 captures, and then we're gonna reveal here, get some shots. We're gonna push that one. Yeah, T-Copter has seen a lot of use. Pushing infantry and then shipping infantry forward, really nice. Get this anti-air here. Oof. Yes. Look at that army value, that's insane. And Firam just cannot interrupt these. I mean, you can interrupt one of them, probably not sustainable. What can Firam do? We're gonna attack that copter, take it out, put the 32 in position, but Turgid has a lot of units. I feel like Turgid can win this area much faster than Firam could do anything over here. And here goes Turgid for what would be, for me, I think, the finishing blow. We got the 2 Neo tanks up to 7 health. They are going to pack a punch. So let's see. If he can take out this Neo tank and hit that artillery, it is game over. We're gonna really double down here on this capture. We're gonna sacrifice there to ensure that kill. Get a hit on an artillery while revealing the forest. Interrupt that capture. Finish off that artillery and yeah, take out that Neo tank. Oh, I think that's it. That is it for Firam. I don't know how you can come back from this. The disparity is just too much. Income, value, unit count. You just can't deal with these units anymore as well. You're getting captured over here. Oh, is it maybe like a last resort? Try to take this out. Maybe get a medium tank hit and just resigns. Wow. What a match. That was a good match. I think I will post this match. Very, very back and forth, and both playing very similarly, very like push and pull from one side and the other, like going strong side on one side and then, well, actually, no way, I'm gonna reinforce here. Like, it's insane. And the usage of the Neo tanks, oh, it was crazy. It was so even all the time. I feel like Torjed might have gotten the better end of the trades and just slightly, and over, especially when he decided to like not go for that corner at the very end and just double down over here and have a really good brawl here. Just go really heavy on tactics and get really good engagements. And it was crazy when Firam could not get that Neo tank first strike. Oh, just because of that 1 HP tank. If it was sacrificed, it would enable that Neo tank hit. That would have been huge, I think. Wow, what a good match. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.